He is a professor and academic administrative advisor to many different governments. As I know, he is and he was also advisor to the Malaysian government because he is originally from Malaysia. And he is an international consultant and educator who can advise different companies in international corporates and business startups. And he was also part of Royal Agricultural University, and he has his own institution in London regarding professional skills and management. We are very happy to have him today as keynote speaker in our webinar. Also, he is part of our grand conference in October 13 to 15 regarding to the fifth wave tomorrow age theory. Now I'm going to share my screen to start my presentation regarding social sustainability. Is it visible, my presentation now? Can you give me a feedback, please? Can you see my screen now?
Yep.
Yes, Professor, I can see the presentation.
Very good.
Yeah.
Four pillars of sustainability: social sustainability through the fifth wave theory. London School of Institute of Skill Development, University of Applied Science, FHM, Germany, and Applied Research International Conferences, London. As Dr. Maria Nadim mentioned, we have the conference in October 13, 14, 15. The conference is online, but if the situation, we wish the situation is better, of course, for European people and UK people, would be also possible to be in person. We have started a series of weekly webinars regarding to different aspects of the fifth wave theory and based on the 7 pillars of sustainability model. For example, the second pillar was politics. We have this topic at the 5th of June with Professor Jörg Dietsche, the legal advisor of German Parliament. That was very interesting presentation. We have on Saturday regarding environmental sustainability with Professor Dr. Stefan Lofvar from Copenhagen Business School and IT University of Copenhagen. He is also director at CPH Learning in Copenhagen. And we have also the next upcoming webinar regarding cultural sustainability at 10th of July with Mr. Horst Worsten, who is associate partner of Hoestede Insight Group in Netherlands. And we are very happy, and this is a great honor for us to have Mr. Horst Worsten in our conference, also at 10th of July as a keynote speaker. And also today he is in the Zoom room, and we are very happy to have him here. You are very welcome, Mr. Horst Worsten, today. And the third pillars of sustainability, we had the speech at 12th of June that was regarding to economic view and aspect of sustainability regarding to the fifth wave theory. And today we have this topic, social sustainability, with Professor Dr. Kanes Raja, who is a professor in the field of professional management. The topic is social sustainability through the fifth wave theory. According to my research, based on different researches, different documents, different practical experiences, and also questionnaire and interviews, I had some sustainability indicators with some scores. For example, the first one was sustainability with a focus on social, 7 pillars of sustainability: infrastructure and social development, health, labor, and social welfare security with a focus on 7 pillars of sustainability condition, impact of social capital on imagination, cognition, or intellectual imagination, and social capital, HR competencies, and technologies. As you know, we are in 21st century, and there are 3 technical revolutions are shaping our century, called D3: decarbonization, decentralization, and digitalization. According to 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, we have 17 different goals, and each goal of these 17 goals, they have related to some social and society aspects. As you know, this project was one of the biggest project or activity in United Nations, and that was the largest social activity actually in history of United Nations. That was about more than 80 questionnaires, and more than 7 million people, they answered to these questions. One question in this Sustainable Development Goals is where should be or where can be moved in 2030? Because according to the fifth wave theory, from 2020 to 2030, we are calling the age of tomorrow. According to United Nations model regarding sustainability, we have three aspects: social, environmental, economic, plus the fourth dimension, peace. But according to my research since 2010, I found there are also the other factors can influence sustainability. And we cannot ignore them and tell them they are part of, for example, social, environmental, or economy. Of course they are, but they have also, their own individual roles. According to one definition, sustainability is also livability plus quality of life. And when we talk about livability is infrastructure and foundation for sustainability. When we don't have livability, we cannot talk about quality of life. That's why social factors can influence directly on livability, which is the foundation of sustainability. Then the countries with high social aspects or high focus on social aspects, social systems like Scandinavian countries, like Germany, like Netherlands, like Switzerland, they have a good livability, and then they can move to next step for quality of life with focus on social, environmental, and economic situation. Then they are high sustainable. Factors for sustainability. We have a changing world, share value, responsibility, and risk. Which kind of risk? According to our topic today, social sustainability, we have risk of social anxiety. Includes providing welfare, health, medical, and pharmaceutical services. Social capital, velvet revolution, and cognitive warfare also can be as consequence for sustainability regarding social aspects. Social sustainability is a key. 7 pillars of sustainability model says there are 3 aspects of United Nations for sustainability, but we have 4 more. That's why you can see in this figure, we have social, environment, and economy, and then we have technique, culture, education, and politics. Actually, last Saturday, we had a speech regarding technical sustainability, and that was really interesting topic because I got so good feedback from people. That topic was with Professor Dario Asante from the University of Rome, who is a professor in electrical engineering. And he had a very nice idea and view to sustainability regarding technical aspect. But in all aspects, they have relation together. In next slide, I will show you how they can influence each other. Economy, social, and environment, that was the 3 aspects of United Nations, and then we have 4 more. In this figure, you will see when we calculate sustainability in one company before Corona and then after Corona, or during the Corona, the company or the activity is more harmonized and more sustainable. And during the Corona, because of crisis, because of high risk, is low sustainable. How we can calculate this social sustainability? We need to make a goal for our project, for our society, for our company. It depends which kind of community we want to do. Then we have some criteria. For example, in this figure, I have 5 criteria. And then for each criteria, we can have sub-criteria, and we can also keep continuing. And then after that, we can make questionnaire interview with experts in that community and out of the community, and then we can go to calculation. You can see in the left side, we have the figure of 7 Ps, and the right side, livability plus quality of life. In this combination, we can calculate sustainability. Effective social sustainability could be sigma probability of each factor times impact of each factor times ratio or weight of each factor after normalization. The 5th wave theory or tomorrow age theories and the related theories, models, and concepts. which is invented, introduced, and improved by me since 2010 to 2017. And the conference we will have in October 13 to 15. And as Dr. Maria Nadim mentioned, we are planning to have the second conference sometimes in 2020, the first part of 2022 in person, we hope. In this figure, you can see an overview of the fifth wave theories from 70,000 years ago. Cognition revolution, agricultural revolution, 500 years ago, scientific revolution. During this scientific revolution, 300 years ago, industrial revolution. 100 years ago, the first business economic revolution, and now after 2020, the second business economic revolution. But one very important point in this theory, we have some important backbones. One of the backbone of the fifth wave theory is social and societies. Another backbone of the fifth wave theory is industries. Then you can see the 17,000 years ago, we had the hunting society, as I call it, society 1.0. And then in 13,000 years ago, agriculture society, as I call it, society 2.0. In 17th and 18th century, we had society 3.0 or industrial society. And you can see in industrial society, we had industry or first industrial revolution, industry 1.0, and the second industrial revolution, industry 2.0. And then we have in 20th century, we have the society 4.0 or information society or post-industrial society, as Professor Alvin Toffler mentioned in the fifth wave theory, in the third wave theory. And then in this area, we had the Cold War and the third industrial revolution or industry 3.0. And then the next step was society 5, which is evaluated by the Japan government, is about the super intelligent society. And in this case, we have digital transformation and then industry 4.0 or fourth industrial revolution, which is from German government. And you can see we have two aspects here. As I said, in fifth wave theory, we have some backbones, but two backbones. One of them is societies with the focus on social aspects. Another one is industries. And you can see society 5 is symbol of non-West countries like South Korea and Japan, and industry 4.0 is symbol of Western country like Germany. And fifth wave theory says we need to combine the future of society 5, which is society 6.0, you can see in the figure, and future of industry 4.0, which is industry 5.0. And then this combination means we do not agree with the theory of Professor Samuel Huntington regarding clash of civilization, because this theory says civilization needs to negotiate together. Fourth wave preceded the fifth wave. First wave, as I said, agriculture age. Second age, industrial age. Third wave, information or post-industrial age. And the fourth wave, virtual reality age. As I said, in agriculture age, about 30,000 years ago, industry 0.0, fire, light, wind industry. Second wave, industrial age, 17th and end of 18th century. We had industry 1.0 or first industrial revolution, chemical mechanization, steam power industry, and industry 2.0, the second industrial revolution, mass production, mass distribution, and standardization. And then third wave regarding Alvin Toffler in 1970s was about information age or post-industrial age, which is about industry 3.0 or a small medium-sized enterprises 3, because in my theory, I have a new concept regarding to business for especially small medium-sized enterprises, which called SME 5.0. Computer, internet, electronic, information, communication technology, and automation. Fourth wave is about virtual age or virtual reality, which is in 21st of 21st century, maybe sometimes between 2006 to 2010. And the example of this virtual reality is ubiquitous in... Can you please turn off the microphone because of the noise? The virtual reality age, 2006 to 2010, which is the project called Ubiquitous in South Korea. And that was 2 cities, they had this situation. in Songo and Seoul, and that was about Industry 4.0 in Germany, and the small medium-sized enterprises in this concept, but small medium-sized enterprise 4.0. Digital transformation, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, virtual reality, and smart cities. Then we have fifth wave or tomorrow age theory, which is about modern business, future of business. As I said, we are in the second business revolution, edge of tomorrow from 2020 to 2030, and the combination of future of industry 4 as a Western aspect or symbol, and future of society 5 as a non-West aspect, with focus on small medium-sized enterprises 5.0 or tomorrow's SME or hybrid SMEs, for making us readiness for tomorrow's shocks. What? Fifth wave theory is about, as I said, future of industry 4 as a symbol of West and future of society 5 as a symbol of non-West. And in this theory, we are talking about the tomorrow's societies, edge of tomorrow, and future shocks. All these things we are doing for making the world a better place for living. This is the aim of this theory, making the world a better place for living. What? Industry 4, Western concept, society 5, non-Western concept. And the example was digitalization and ubiquitous. What? Industry 4.0 is a Western concept, saying as that digitalization is about intelligent and smart networking of products based on 4 technology areas: embedded systems, smart factories, strong network, cloud computing, and information technology security. And society 5 is non-Western concept as ubiquitous, is about being and seeming to be everywhere at the same time in an intelligent society based on real life, high technologies, and virtual reality. What? The fifth wave theory is introduced to support all businesses, especially small medium-sized enterprises in the tomorrow society, to forecast at first, and then prevent at the end, face with today's challenges and tomorrow's crisis. Well, today's challenges and tomorrow's crisis, like COVID-19. Based on my book, The Fifth Wave Theory, I made a chapter about Corona, and I said Corona was bad, but also we had some advantages of Corona. And that's why I call it super accelerator. Have impacted at the level of knowledge, technology, and business, which I call it KTB model. Main topic of fifth wave theory is measuring the readiness to change into a new age or wave just we are entering now from 2020. And you can see one background, one backbone of this theory is societies and future of society 5, which is society 6.0. Aim of this theory is to provide societies blue, green, sustainable as a new concept I made in 2017, not just nature, also life below water and water resources, oceans, seas, lakes, and innovative digital readiness, recovery, and corporate social responsibility strategies by focus on 2 approaches: corporate social responsibility 1 and corporate sustainability responsibility 2. How? And using innovative infrastructure for open innovation, implementation, development, and application of future of 4 technologies, which call it in this theory 5 technologies that influence, change, and improve education and training as well our lives. And you can see education is also one of the pillars of this sustainability. The fifth wave theory is based on the other theories and models like iSustainability Plus theory and 7 pillars of sustainability model. I had a call to Professor Dr. Wittberg, who is Vice President at FHM University in Germany. And he told me after we finish these webinars regarding 7 pillars of sustainability, we start the other aspect of the fifth wave theory.
In the nation state, the desire for change, for a more equitable society. And important within this is that the younger group that are coming in, the X and Y generations, they're more socially aware. And I think that the scene is being created for a more younger crop of leadership to come into politics as much as anything else that will help to shape the way going forward. This is it, because just in 3 words, I finish this sentence. People want to feel looked after. People want to feel protected. People want to feel that they're being helped into getting back to what they can have to support their families and have a good life. The people who are well off are few. The people who are impacted by the events of the recent past are numerous. They are the majority. So this is important as it creates social change.
Thank you so much,